I built this channel off of my love for roller coasters. But what exactly is there to love about these massive metal machines? In today's video, I'm going to dive deep into what actually makes roller coasters so enjoyable and why us enthusiasts are willing to fork out the big bucks just to ride new ones in totally random places. Let's get into it. I think that there are a few core things that make roller coasters really special. First, they provide a reprieve, even if only for a few minutes. What I mean by this is that life is complicated, and the head is always full of thoughts, bouncing around, causing all sorts of emotions. I feel like roller coasters, in a way, really put a brake to all this motion in the brain. Even if it's only for those 2 minutes, there is no way you're thinking about your job or your failing relationship. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. That's why I love the craziest and wildest rides, and they're even better at night. The more crazy, the more they remove you from the real world and take you to Planet Coaster. They can also serve as a restarting point, a break from thoughts and worries, a new beginning even if you're going on a trip. For example, when I went to Cedar Point in Kings Island, even now, I still feel like there was a different me before and after that trip. BCP and ACP, it's true. This leads me on to my next point about why enthusiasts are willing to spend ridiculous amounts of money to go to random parks in the middle of nowhere and even ride kiddie coasters. Travel is one of the greatest things in the world. It shows you the vast amount of different lives possible. I frequently think of how the lady who loaned me the surfboard in Coolangatta or the hotel attendant in Melbourne, they are still there, along with everyone else living their lives. It's absurd how many different stories this world can hold. Traveling is like reading those stories, and the only thing better than traveling is traveling with a purpose. That's what roller coasters give. Would I have traveled to Ohio if it weren't for Cedar Point? Most definitely not. But it's not like only Cedar Point was the thing that was enjoyable. What about the long drives and seeing the small towns and the people who live there? The friendly Starbucks cashier and the chatty Chipotle worker and the kind family restaurant owner. All the stories. And if you can't read the whole thing, at least you know they exist. It's like a trailer for a movie. My point here is that there are a ton of other things that can bring joy on a trip that wouldn't have occurred had it not been for roller coasters. Roller coasters give the reason to travel, and we're always searching for reasons, for purpose. Roller coasters do this on a small scale, but what about your home park? There's no big travel aspect, and not really any new stories to explore per se. You know what to expect. Why is this so nice? Well, it's kind of like coming home. You know what to expect, not in a boring or in a monotonous way, but in a comforting way. Especially with your favorite coasters, it's kind of like comfort food. While Twisted Colossus and a plate of spaghetti might look and be totally different, they essentially achieve the same outcome, just in different ways. This is the beauty of your home park. You might even befriend a ride operator. It's just the vibes, seeing changes as time goes on. It's almost nostalgic sometimes. Like I said in my last video, it takes a place that you knew when times were better and brings that feeling to the present. It's like a hug from your past self. It feels like nothing is a sure thing anymore, but roller coasters providing a break from this wild world might be as close as it gets. And as far as I'm concerned, there aren't really any downsides to roller coasters. That is, as long as you don't ask your wallet. In conclusion, roller coasters provide the means to escape reality, and the search for that escape often leads to a bunch of joy in the process. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and don't let go of roller coasters. Go to your home park, book that trip, because you might not always want to or be able to. Enjoy this moment in time and admire whatever emotions you may have. Remember the small things that bring joy, but also the big things like Millennium Force. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.